Welcome to Strange Travels. I'm Lauren, and that's Clint, and we're from Nashville. We love to travel, whether it's a day trip or to another country. We love seeking out new experiences, hiking with our dog Lily, and finding amazing food along the way. In today's video, we visit Congaree National Park and then head to the capital of South Carolina, Columbia. We visit a local diner who just happens to be celebrating its 45th birthday. We visit some of Columbia's parks and explore the capital, eat an amazing sandwich in the 5 Points area, learn some history behind pimento cheese, and finish the night at a dessert bar so nice we visit it twice. Here we go!
We just left Charleston and are headed to Columbia, but 18 miles southeast of Columbia is our first stop, Congaree National Park.
Hold it right there!
Unfortunately, that's all the footage we can show you, because the week before we left, on October 28, 2022, a federal law was reinstated that all commercial filming, including YouTube, requires a permit inside of all U.S. national parks. We visited Congaree National Park on October 31st, 2022, and unfortunately did not have time to acquire a permit. But the good news is, we can still show you photos of this beautiful national park. When visiting Congaree, be sure to pack bug spray and check the mosquito meter when you arrive.
Congaree National Park may be best known for being home to several champion trees, a designation afforded to selective trees that are special or superlative due to their height, size, or significance. The entire park is dog-friendly, but be aware, Congaree is home to a variety of wildlife.
We did the Boardwalk Trail and Weston Lake Loop Trail combined as a figure 8, totaling 5.6 miles round trip, took about 2.5 hours total, and has very little elevation.
After leaving Congaree, we continued to Columbia, where we stopped for dinner at Cantina 76 and had dirty queso, which Lauren best described as nachos with all the toppings on the side, and then we found dessert.
We just got done with Kaminsky's, and man, that was such a fun spot.
Yeah.
That it was like just this little dessert bar cafe. You could get it to go, you could sit down. They have all different sorts of milkshakes, cakes, pies,
Dessert, espressos, coffees,
yeah, like it's
cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
cakes, pies, cobblers.
I couldn't decide like what I wanted to get. It was a very hard decision, so much so that we might even have to go back before we leave.
Steaming bowl of foreshadowing.
But I ended up getting the tiramisu martini, which was awesome. And then me and Clint both split the, I think it was the Toll House cookie pie, and of course we had to add ice cream.
Yeah, it reminded me of a Derby pie, if you know what that is. But now I think we're gonna call it a night and then spend the rest of the day tomorrow exploring Columbia some more.
Say goodnight.
So this trip has been the first time Lily's ever been in a hotel, and one of my favorite things to come out of this is how Lily exits the hotel room. She does this every time. The way she leaves is she gets out the door and she immediately steps out, looks left or right. She looks both ways to make sure the coast is clear. And it cracks me up every time. So, Lily, you ready? Okay.
Coast is clear.
Oh.
Starting our day off at Compton's Kitchen here in West Columbia, just over the river. Compton's Kitchen was opened by Perry Compton on November 1st, 1977. And we just so happened to be here November 1st, 2022. So we are technically here on their 45th birthday now. Compton's Kitchen was ran by Martha Cook for several years before she took ownership, so now the restaurant is owned and operated by Martha. I got the fried bologna sandwich with egg and cheese. The biscuits are what Compton's is really famous for, and I've heard that the fried bologna sandwich is the way to go. So here we go. The biscuit is so flaky, buttery.
Biscuit is so soft. I could just like order like 6 of these and just put jelly on them and eat them. Super good. I got chocolate chip pancakes because I'm a child and I love chocolate chip pancakes. And then hash browns, and these hash browns with cheddar cheese, and these hash browns look so good. I like how instead of putting like the cheese on top, it's like kind of like mixed in together. It's really good. All right, let's try these. Really good. Really good pancakes. If you are looking for a local place, like this place checks all the boxes. I mean, it was great because we were sitting there and there was like a bunch of people that walked in and sat down, and I mean, the waitress was like going around being like, do you need a menu? And everyone was like,
Well, it's not necessary. It's not. Okay?
Now, I think it's time to go explore Columbia a little more. Lily says this must be the fire hydrant that Clifford the Big Red Dog was on. So one of Lauren's friends lives here in Columbia or just outside of town, and so she is gonna go visit her, and meanwhile Lily and I have come to explore Riverfront Park and the historical Columbia Canal. Behind us, it is a pretty nice greenway. As you can see, other people walking their dogs. The pump house down there was really cool. It was really quiet. The amphitheater over here. Unfortunately, the trail was closed right here over the spillway. So Lily and I have come up here to continue our trek along the river because we want to head that way. So Lily and I did the river walk on the canal side area. Yeah, we did. And then we walked over towards Memorial Park, and now we've made it to the Capitol. And look who we found. Lily, how was that walk? Was that a fun walk? Yeah. One of the more unique things about the State House here in South Carolina is There are 6 bronze stars on the building to identify the 6 cannons that Sherman's troops hit the State House on February 19th, 1865. This is the spot where the original State House stood before Sherman's troops burned it. James Hoban, the architect of the original, you may recognize that name or wonder what the significance is there, but he is actually the same architect that designed the White House.
Alright, can we go eat now?
For lunch, we came to the famous Groucho's Deli in 5 Points. Groucho's opened here in 1941 by Harold Groucho Miller. They began serving their innovative dipper-style subs with original sauces in 1961. To this day, Groucho's Deli is still owned and operated by the Miller family.
We have ordered their most popular sandwich, the STP Dipper. The STP Dipper is an extra special blend of roast beef, turkey, Swiss cheese melt, and real bacon crumbs on a fat sub roll, served with the Formula 45 sauce. Yeah. Alright, get the sauce ready because you gotta dip it. Alright, here we go. It's warm. You can tell the cheese is melted on it. We were gonna split this. I don't know that we're gonna split it. Lauren might have to go get her own.
Alright, it's my turn before he eats it all. That's really good. The sauce is kind of, it's not my favorite because I'm just more of a ketchup and, you know, kind of girl, but it's still good. I mean, it almost has like dill in it. I think it has dill in it. I think that's why I'm like, eh. But the sandwich is great.
What do you think, Lily?
She's just waiting for her bite. Aren't you?
We've just been kind of roaming around the 5 Points area. It's a really cool area. These murals in the background.
Lots of good restaurants. They have a couple of restaurants that we have in Nashville, like Jack Brown's Burger, and it's really good. Highly recommend whether you're here in Nashville. I think they have some other locations, and then of course they also have Baked Bear, which is Lily's favorite.
Yeah. So this is a really cool area. I think now we still need to find a shot glass for Columbia. So I think that's what we're gonna do next.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're on a hunt for now, and
so hopefully we can find one before dinner. A lot of times, if it's hard to find a shot glass, Walgreens and CVS sometimes are places you can find them. So we struck out at Walgreens. Lauren's gone in to see if she can find something in a CVS here. Hopefully she has a little more luck, right, Lily?
no shot glass.
Okay, Lauren is going to try this little shop here. I think we are on South Carolina's campus right now, which means they'll probably only have University of South Carolina shot glasses.
Nope. No shot glass.
Struck out at Mass General Store. Now we're gonna try Publix.
Oh, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
This is not the first time we've gone shot glass hunting and come up empty, but you can never count out good old Amazon. So our plan is to just order this one, and then we also weren't able to find a Congaree National Park, which wasn't really too surprised with that since it's kind of smaller park. Sometimes that's just how it goes, but thankful for Amazon. We decided to eat dinner at Blue Marlin. We'd heard a lot of good things and
Seafood.
More seafood, why not? And so we ended up getting the pimento cheese, which they call it Southern caviar,
Yes.
which I love.
We found out that the pimento cheese is a big deal here in Colombia, and apparently one of the oldest recipes ever found, over 110 years old. It dates back to 1912, and it was in a fundraising cookbook, which I love.
For dinner, I got mahi, and it came with garlic mashed potatoes, green beans, and it actually had shrimp and crab meat on top. Oh, it was so good. It was really good. Ate every bite.
And I got, on the menu it says they're award-winning shrimp and grits, and I love shrimp and grits, and it was so good. And they also add andouille sausage to it, which was an extra added kick and benefit, which was really good. It was really filling, but I think we saved room for dessert.
We're back at Kaminsky's. I got espresso creme brulee. Look at that. It's like almost like a tiramisu creme brulee because it's coffee.
Okay, we are at Rambo's Fat Cat Biscuits here in Colombia, and boy, we're gonna be some fat cats when we're done. I got the brie and fig jam biscuit, and oh my goodness, the brie is just melted, the jam is all over the place. It's gonna be so good. And then I got blue corn grits, obviously grits. I feel like I've had grits about at least, if not every day, every other day since I've been in South Carolina. But one thing unique about these grits, they're blue corn grits, and they add their chipotle pimento cheese. Oh, that is good. A little spicy, which I like.
Messy.
Well, the biscuit has that nice, like, crunchy, crispy outer with the fluffy flakiness inside. The brie and fig, can't go wrong. Great combination.
I got the classic, which is just bacon, egg, and cheese. I was not expecting it to look like this. I don't know how I'm gonna pick it up, but good. The bacon is like definitely the best part. That's gonna do it for our time in Colombia. We've had a great time exploring, eating some good food. Our next stop is gonna be Greenville, South Carolina.
So my favorite thing about this mural is they installed this light to shine on it at night. We haven't been here at night, but they installed this post right in the middle of the exit, the driving lane. Like, I just think that's pretty funny.
I said good day!